And hey there guys, welcome to a special, just 30-minute stream. We're going to keep this nice and simple and jump right into it. So, you have myself here, Spark Brian, you have Thomas,
hey guys,
and then you have Matt, one of our lead environment designers. And Matt is going to walk us through something that he is calling Conker Test.
Yeah, so we'll just get into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I basically, early on when we started doing some of the Conker stuff and started getting some more of the assets made, decided to try to recreate the beginning as close as I could as far as the intro level of the N64 version of Conker. So I watched a lot of YouTube Let's Play videos and went through like trying to get a feel for how they put together the cutscenes, the level layout, like just in general kind of trying to recreate everything to get a sense of how, you know, Rare had built Conker.
Yeah.
In the beginning. So this is just a really small kind of intro section using the assets that we had.
It's about the first like 5 to 10 minutes of Conker, of Conker's Bad Fur Day. And yeah, it's really cool how you said you were telling me how you kind of use this as a test bed to really dive into how they did the style by building it yourself.
Yeah, so basically learning how they were introducing gameplay elements and how they were going about teaching the player how to actually get used to the controls and stuff. So like in the very beginning, you can get into the water, but you're drunk, so you can't jump, you can't climb up onto the platform, so you're caged into one area. And then again, getting used to the movement, they have you actually like move around the fence, then you get in and you get to meet Birdie for the first time, learn about all the context-sensitive buttons and stuff. So,
yeah, it's really cool. So the craziest thing though is you built this in 2 days.
Yeah. So I did all of the level work in about a day. Then the next day was going through all of these cutscenes, and again, just trying to match them to the YouTube videos that I saw of like the Let's Play and stuff, and ripping all the dialogue out from there. So. A lot of time going back and forth through these cutscenes.
Let's just look at that drunk Conker walk there. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's there's definitely like we could totally do some polish with some of the comic say bubbles, just bring them down. That's like that's on me to do because that's what I've been doing with Conker's Big Reunion.
Yeah, I just kind of started trying to get everything I could in place, like get it like what would it actually look like, you know, when the light bulb came on above the context sensitive button, and just trying to see where we were going to run into issues, since you know Spark is really awesome and open, but we still have a lot of limitations. So just like, you know, getting like the dialogue, you know, even on the Nintendo 64, they were able to lip sync all that stuff.
Right.
How were we going to get around it with like, you know,
with our
animations? And
right, because we go for an emote system. Oh, his drink animations is pretty awesome. Yeah. So we have like an emote system, so we had to base off that. We couldn't do just lip syncing. Like before. And you know we didn't have the original lines of dialogue brought in here, so we just have kind of the say bubbles and him doing the he does the explain emote, which is like this, and he has like the talk emote where he's like that.
Yeah, when I was building this, it was actually just our default Spark dialogue because we hardly had anything. We didn't have any of these flowers. We had basically the grass terrain, the cliff terrain, Conker and Birdie, and that was about it. Like, I think the day I started doing like the cutscenes, I finally got some of these bush props and stuff. So I was able to start getting that stuff.
Yeah, those bushes are great. Oh, my favorite part! Look, the little floaties, the little floaties on them. Yeah, that's a great little touch. We made sure to get in there, and let's show off the tailspin. Oh, he doesn't. Well, a double jump is there. Tailspin, yeah. Good tailspin in Conker.
Yeah.
So this was when we. Rare was a partner with us in this, and this was one of the first things we showed Rare, just to show them.
Which I had no idea was going to happen when I was
really?
doing it. Yeah. No, I was just doing this so I could get a feel for how the level was put together and like the design decisions they would make. Like I was really trying to find all of that stuff.
Yeah.
And then when I showed like everyone here, that's when they kind of were like, we need to show this off. So
yeah, and Rare, this is one of the first things they saw, and they were blown away. They were like, oh my god, they were kind of speechless. Well, not speechless. I guess, yeah, they were speechless. They gave us, like, no feedback. They said, this is perfect. This is so good.
Yeah, they really seemed to like it, which was pretty cool.
Then we got the Gargoyle, which we used our Yeti for the Gargoyle.
Yeah, so I just took the biggest monster character we had,
Yeah.
did some color tint on him, and yeah, like basically like these are kind of good examples of there's a lot of dialogue in Conker. In Champion's Quest, we don't have a lot of back and forth character dialogue. It's usually like a narration or just something that's actually happening in the environment. And so doing these cutscenes, I wanted to be like figure out how were they breaking up the monotony of the different camera shots. And that's why I was trying to match the cameras as close as I could. Not like 100% recreation, but just trying to get a feel for how they were breaking up some of these longer dialogues. So it was a really good lesson. You know, we learned a lot. Like I said, with the dialogue bubbles being the original Spark ones when I first put them into place, we realized we were going to have issues with. It was only on one side that you'd actually get the little like, you know, pointy piece going down to a character. We were going to have multiple characters talking, like, you know, back and forth to each other. So we needed to be able to flip that, and all of a sudden that became some big issue that like probably we had to solve.
Yeah, it was very. Oh no, he got you. Oh, he throws you down. And then you fall down, then you respawn there.
Yeah, so in the original Conker, you land in like a water pool below, but I just kind of made it a bottomless pit, and it respawns you into that the original little cave section, which was like another good kind of lesson that I learned from, you know, how they actually, like, if you got into the water, made yourself all the way, like, made it all the way down there, and ended up going through the door in the original N64 version, they spawned you right by where you needed to go talk to birdies, so they weren't going to make you, like, restart and walk all the way around the fence and stuff. So it was kind of like, oh, that's a really good idea.
Crashing the screen.
Hey, Steve-O.
Hey, what's going on, guys? I see Matt sitting here showing off his awesome work, and we often don't give Matt the recognition that he deserves. I mean, he's gonna
all right, sorry, he's right. We call him what? He's not our award-winning artist.
Right. Yeah.
So in the spirit of changing that, we wanted to present Matt with the award here. So you can read that.
Oh,
to the
that's pretty
stream and show it
fantastic.
to them. Yeah.
Certificate of Achievement awarded to Matt Lucas. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
We now have another award-winning artist. Yeah.
All right.
That's pretty damn funny. Sweet.
Yeah. Yeah, Steve-O told me about this before.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I mean, you get it for remaking the first few minutes of Conker's Bad Fur Day, totally.
Yeah, thank you. So this section, after you blow open the caved in part, and I started getting a little lazy because I was running out of time.
Right.
And I was pretty exhausted after doing all the cutscenes. That's where you'd actually have a level switch in the original game, but since, you know, we can build quite a bit in ours, I actually went ahead and took the beginning section and wanted to see what I could do with the platforming of modeling of this kind of trail that they had in the original. So in the original 64 version, you'd come down and you'd like run into like the bees, and your adventure would start kind of in the hub world. And so I kind of just started blocking some stuff in. This isn't necessarily accurate to it, but I kind of wanted to leave it open-ended so we could really kind of continue on however we wanted to. So
I love how it kind of ends. We haven't done anything with that section.
Yeah.
And you go over to the other side, and it ends. We haven't done anything with that section. So the reason we're showing this off, there's going to be, you know, once Conker is in the community's hands, they're going to do a lot of stuff with him. And so one thing that we're going to do with this, we have the first 5-10 minutes of Conker's Bad Fur Day done. We need to do some polishing up on it, some polish to make it even better for you guys, because, you know, built in 2 days is pretty amazing. Built in 2 days.
And I just kind of slopped a few things together. So
I mean, but like 2 days for making all this is pretty insane. But so on when Conker releases, this will be a community level that we're going to release for you guys. We're going to release the first 5 to 10 minutes of Conker's Bad Fur Day kind of recreated in Project Spark. Leave it open for you to kind of continue on with these spaces we blocked out, with where it goes from there, so you can really remake it. You can remake the as much of the experience as you want to. What we've seen a lot of the time is the setup point is kind of hard for someone to like just set up all the variables, set up the characters, set up all the mechanics, things like that. So we've set all that up for you. So we're hoping it's a lot easier for you guys to be able to kind of go in and continue on the quest.
I think
Conker's Bad Fur Day.
I'd love to see people be able to take something like this and run with it. That would make me really, really happy. And yeah, it was a lot of fun actually going through, just kind of taking something that was already made and almost, you know, tracing over it, but like in Project Spark. It was a real good lesson. I recommend it to anyone who wants to maybe try to get a little bit better with Project Spark but doesn't necessarily know what they want to do, or has an idea that's maybe a little too big and they want to scope it down. Like, I actually found like Project Spark would be fantastic for recreating some of the old platformers, like 3D platformers. Like, just the fact of how we can edit the terrain was really, really awesome. I was really surprised to see how quickly you could just kind of put something together.
So again, Conker releases April 23rd. We have 2 different ways to get it. You can, for $4.99 or 500 in-game tokens, you can get Conker's Big Reunion, which is about an hour long. It's episode 1 of Conker's kind of new adventure 10 years after the fact. The setup of it is what happens when a squirrel owes a lot of money on a bar tab. And just like any Conker thing, it's like it's a simple setup and then zaniness ensues. This one is just, I want to get home. And then zaniness ensues. And then you also have the Conker Mega Pack, which will include the Creation Pack. That has 350 plus assets for you to use. That includes characters, sounds, props, effects, icons, music, lots and lots of stuff, terrain, things like that. That Mega Pack also includes Conker's Big Reunion, so you'll get Conker's Big Reunion no matter what in either one of the packs. And then it has an extra bonus. You'll get the Conker Champion. As an extra bonus, then you'll get. We were throwing in Champions Quest episode 1 in there for you as well. So that's like a free kind of add-on. So you can check out Champions Quest and see some other Matt's other work. And then again, this is the first 5 to 10 minutes of Conker's Bad Fur Day, created for you guys with just the Project Spark tools. Created in only 2 days. You're seeing only 2 days of work, so we're going to be putting a bit more into this, but really keeping it open for you guys, because we're going to release this out when we release all the Conker stuff, and leave it up to you to remix, do whatever you want with it, and just have lots of fun playing as Conker for the first 5-10 minutes, and then also kind of adding the next steps into it. So I think that'll do it.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, thanks for tuning in, guys.